this video, if you clicked on this video because you saw the title, then how y'all doing? You already know what I'm here to talk about. I'm glad. I'm ecstatic, elated, impressed. I'm happy to be here to talk about some good news. I don't know whether or not we were all finessed, but I think this is good news nonetheless. Cameron and J. Cole have linked up. They've done the interview. All's well in Dreamville. And is Cameron still Dipset, right? Anyway, all is well, it ends well. I think that's how the saying goes. So the way they did it, we all seen it. It was dramatic. You know, it was cool the way they set it up. You know, they released the trailer, had Cam in the middle of a make believe topic. He wasn't talking about nothing, respectfully. He's just setting up the moment, and then the camera instantly goes off of camera onto the doorway. 6 foot something J. Cole. J. Cole is standing in the doorway with the screw face on. And Cam's like, yo, what's up? And so y'all all seen that, hopefully. I mean, I'm not just talking out of the. So what did y'all think about it? I mean, I thought that piece, DJ Ham. Yeah, I thought it was bravo. Thought that was worthy of our of applause, right? I mean, like we've been seeing a lot of situations get nasty out of hand and just get progressively worse as the time goes by. You like think of how many dramas we got going on right now in the industry. Like, of course, Cam, you ain't seen no resolution between Cam and Jim Jones. You ain't seeing no resolution between 50 and none of the 15, 20 people he beefing with right now. Like literally 15, 20 people. No resolution. You might see it get quiet for a second and then just spark back up. No, none of that. No resolution. You know what I'm saying? But this situation right here. So they sit down and they had an interview. They had the whole interview, and J. Cole spoke about, basically and they only releasing clips of the interview. So J. Cole basically explained himself. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I don't know if his explanation was really an explanation. It kind of was just it is what it is. I don't know why he ain't do this interview on it is what it is. Maybe they don't do interviews on it is what it is. That's just for talks with Lee. But anyway, it wasn't he's just like, yo, basically, I was kind of ducking. I didn't register an actual explanation. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I was kind of ducking, but you could have just kept trying. What? Anyway, my bad. Hold on, where my man is. Welcome to the nation, y'all. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host. I'm your tour guide. I'm the landlord. I'm the president. I'm the king around here. As I stated, I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I mop the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks or super chat or cash app. We actually prefer the cash app, but y'all do y'all. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't be listening. Niggas don't be listening. Cash App tag is in the description along with the Bandcamp link. Bandcamp link is there for those of you who would rather have who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. Yeah. All of the mixtapes is there, from Nonviolent Rocko all the way back to Shell Shock. That's a whole that's a lot. It's probably about 10, 11 mixtapes there. So go, that's the Bandcamp link. Also, the merch link is there. Y'all can go there, get some hoodies and hats and shirts and all of that. When you're writing your names, when you're writing on the walls, use your spell checks. Not your autocorrects. Autocorrects are how you spelling helter skelter instead of helter skelter. It's no A's and H's, it's only E's and R's. You know what I'm saying? Monster, not monster. It's an A, no E and R. It's ROCK. The K is 1,000. I need all my thousands. ROCK. You know what I'm saying? It's important for search engine purposes. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and bruh, it's BCC, not BBC. That's what your girl said. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. Um, 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 um. Why do you hate fun so much? It's just a game. Did you feel better when I said? Did you feel better when I said that's what your girl said? Then maybe it's you with the phobia, not me. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So anyway, back to the topic. I feel like J. Cole's explanation wasn't really an explanation, but it was real. Cause I feel like we've all, not all of us, but we all know somebody, or we either know somebody or we have been that person who has avoided some form of task for some sort of reason. You know what I'm saying? Like you just really don't feel like doing that shit or something. Like niggas like you know how many times as a rapper like dudes sent me like dudes that send me a track or something that they want me to rap on, and I be like, all right, I got you, son. And then I listen to the track. I start to I try to write to it, or maybe nothing happens. Right, I go. I'm gonna get to it later. All right, I'm doing whatever I'm doing. So I go. I set the track to the side. Nigga, email the track to me. It is what it is. It sits there. But if it's not no immediate urgency, which is a whole ADHD trait, which has been said that most a lot of artists are have are neurodivergent, which is ADHD is a form of neurodivergence. But like I'm gonna just put it plain and simple. According to the way Cam did what he did, it's a lot of dudes out there who could not a lot of dudes, but it's a few rappers out there who could slap lawsuits on me right now because they asked me to get on a track. I told them I would, and I never really got to it because the urgency wasn't there. You know what I mean? They're like, whenever you ready, God. I'm like, all right. And then I forget about it. They call now. Granted, they not calling me, reminding me. If you on my back about it, then more than likely I'm gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say it's what if I don't like the song? Like I don't like right now. One of my brothers, my brothers is working on a project, and they sent me a beat, and I've been on fire writing. You understand what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, I wasn't. It was taking me a while. I wanted to get this right. You understand what I'm saying? This project is a big deal for the brothers and all that. I wanted to get this right. You know what I'm saying? And so it was taking me a while. So I sends the brother a message. I'm talking about General Steel. The bros are working on a Black Smith and Wesson album right now, and I'm trying to get on it because quiet as kept. Smith and Wesson done put out like 2 albums in the not so distant past, and I ain't make the cut. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel a little bit of pressure. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it right. And like, this is boring. Hold on, I'm gonna try something else. Yeah, I don't want to do too. Going through my motions to try to concoct the right formula of fire and fuckery for what I'm saying for the situation. And like the bro just hit me back like today, like, yo, I'm about to send you something else. See if you like that one better. You understand what I'm saying? So but I sent him a message and told him like a few days ago, like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm still on it. I'm just trying to get, what I'm saying? Trying to get the shit, get it right, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Because now I think, because niggas will sue you now. I got to keep niggas posted. I keep a nigga posted. You don't know what I'm saying? Niggas is changing the game right in front of our faces right now. I don't know if I like it.
I don't like it.
I don't, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm a adjust. I'm a adjust. But what I mean, the moral of what I'm saying is sometimes. Like, hold on. Let me go down the list. Salute to my brother Guilty Simpson. I owe Guilty a verse. Guilty, if you see this video, send a send a beat and a send a beat and a subpoena. Oh, hold on. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? What's my son's name? Um, my son. Bro, Jack from the Loop Pack. Send a beat and the subpoena, God. I'm on you. I'm on
Pause.
it. You know what I'm saying? Who else? J Hood, little bro. I'm sorry, son. Send a beat and a subpoena, and I'm on yeah.
Pause.
Sorry. Listen. Sometime the workload piles up. Sometime the ADHD take over. To my brother Starang Wonder, I love you. Send a subpoena. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. You know what I'm saying? But it be like that sometimes. You know, like when you in demand. You know what I'm saying? Let me not. Let me flex. Let me brush a little dirt off my shoulders. When you in demand and a lot of you know what I'm saying, people want what it is you contribute to the game, to the world, to the industry, to the stratosphere, lexicon, whatever the word is, the platform, the culture. Sometimes you get a lot of requests, B, and rightfully so. As Cameron, look, Cameron said the same thing, basically the same thing that Strang said to me last time he cursed me out. He's like, being a man is keeping your word. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's factual. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't really I can't really argue with that. It's just that sometimes the thing sometimes shit is easier said than done. I know them same niggas have said they was going to do something and didn't do it. Something just got in the way. I'm not throwing them under the bus. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm not saying, I'm not, relieving myself of accountability or nothing. I'm just saying that have a little bit of grace. Because, you know what I'm saying? We all be guilty of all, we all do it, B. We all do it. Who else? Who else? What other rappers out there could possibly resend me the track and a subpoena? Because it happens, bro. It happens. I mean, I'm just glad it all worked out. You know what I'm saying? Cam said, and Cam said he stated that he ain't really, he didn't really, the lawsuit wasn't going to go nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he just needed to get his attention. I heard one of the vloggers, I don't remember which one because I watched a couple of videos on it. Heard one of the vloggers was like, yo, you can't, is kind of questioning the ethics of that right there. Like, I'm kind of likening it to, when somebody call the cops and make false claims. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? All of the time, lawsuits get started and they get settled out of court all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a part of the, like crimes don't get settled out of court, not in a legal way anyway. You know what I'm saying? The only way to settle that out of court is to commit another crime, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be through, tampering with witness, violence, or whatever, or having a conversation, all that's illegal with the, you know what I'm saying, with the victims. So, you know what I'm saying? Baby Grid said, "Is real hip hop a thing of the past?" Good question. No, it's not. It's just not. It's just not where you looking for that. I mean, if you need to ask that question, I'm assuming because you asking that question, you're seeing a lot of the Bullstein. But aside from the Bullstein, there's a lot of real hip hop going on. You gotta change your vantage point. It's a lot of people out here really rapping right now, and real raps and dope beats is gonna always be hip hop. Baby Grizz, you said it has no substance no more. Again, I refer to my earlier sentiments. Look in the other corner. You got a lot of dudes doing dope ish. It's just that the the radio, that's there's no budget pushing that directly in your face. And plus it's not ignorant, it's not destructive to us and our culture, so the algorithm ain't gonna put it right in your face. I'm seriously considering doing how do I like how I'm going to what can I do to morph or to upgrade to elevate this platform, because I don't even what I'm saying, like all of the current events, like I say current events, you may say gossip. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to be, that's not really what I, you know what I'm saying? I'm do more stories, more history, story, my own personal history, hip hop history, story related content and all of that. But it's like I be doing my own analytics on on what y'all be watching and what y'all respond to and all of that, and the numbers make more analytics is going on right now. You understand what I'm saying? It's like people just but the things that perform seemingly the best on all of the algorithms is all the ignorance. It's possible that whole J. Cole Cameron situation was one big spin. It's possible, because it's possible that they could have been spinning us just because the spin attracts more attention, more eyes. It glues more eyes on the situation. So when we saw J. Cole and Cameron in the same location together, everybody knew we was going to watch. Maybe we didn't think that a J. Cole interview was going to be that exciting because he's a positive fit. He moves away from the drama. This whole thing could have been a spin cycle. But what y'all think? You said trust. I do understand Stove Guard and 38 Special. It don't feel the same. Them niggas is doing great work. And plus, as I stated earlier, Buckshot and Smith and Wesson are working on a Black Smith and Wesson album, and I'm in the middle of writing my verse right now. That's some hip hop for your ass. With that being said, if you made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 microphones. Rock on, rock on.